Hey, everybody. This is Kevin Davidson, your episode 4, Kevin's Corner, Real Estate from a Marketing Perspective. And this is segment number 2 of episode number 28. So the visual on the camera just got a lot better. We have Wendy Santana, the branch manager from Richmond, Stewart Title, and the newest addition to the Stewart Title Richmond office, Adriana Alzate, who speaks Spanish, and I'll let her show you that in a few minutes. So once you guys introduce yourself, you go first, Mindy.
Hi, I am Wendy Santana. I am the branch manager at our Stewart Richmond location. I have been in the title industry for almost 19 years. So if you are looking for a knowledgeable escrow officer or seasoned escrow officer, may I say, you can find me at 2116 Thompson Road, Suite E1 in Richmond, Texas.
Yeah, right off of 59, about 2 miles off of 59. And go ahead, Adriana.
Hi, my name is Adriana Alzate, and I am the new escrow officer, Bilingual. Hablo español para mi gente latina. And I'm actually, been in the business for over 10 years. So if you guys, need a bilingual, Spanish-speaking, clients out there who want to, are looking into buying a home or any kind of property, I'm more than welcome to assist and help you through a nice, good, smooth closing.
Awesome. So
It's 30 years between us.
I know, 30 years of
that.
experience between two people, and one of them speaks Spanish. So if there's something that we can't provide for you from the Richmond office, it can't be provided. So we got everything we need right now. I would love a Mandarin speaking escrow officer, so if anybody knows anybody, let me know. But in Richmond, we have Wendy and we have Adriana, and we also have Janice and Gracie. So why don't you tell them what Janice and Gracie do?
Yes, Janice Cameron has been with us for 10 years. She does all of our order entry. She's way more than a front desk receptionist. She is amazing. She puts so many smiles on everybody's face. Definitely a first impression and last impression. Gracie has been with us for about a year and a half. She's my processor and funder. She's awesome. She actually handles the transaction for the whole beginning of it, and by the back end, when the closer gets involved, then that's when you would get me. I definitely try to reach out to all the agents that give me contracts to introduce myself, so they don't have to wait until 3 days before closing to get to know me, just so we can build that relationship.
Yeah, and Adriana, why don't you tell everybody a little bit about your background since you're new here?
Well,
What'd you do before you came to see us, to work for us?
Well, I didn't have a job temporarily, but before that,
Haven't we all?
Yeah, we all been in that position. So, but before that, I was working at another title company, but then I was also doing hair, which I do hair on the side.
What do you mean by do hair? Are you a hairstylist?
I'm a hairstylist.
Really?
So I have a license.
Don't really need your help, do I?
But I know there's a lot of women out there, in the real estate, even clients too. Hey, if y'all need to get y'all's hair done, I'm here.
I didn't know we were going to promote that, but okay.
No, I'm just playing. No, so I was kind of in between, I have worked in other title companies, but then I kind of was let go, because sometimes, I know the real estate can kind of,
It's cyclical. It goes up, goes down,
it
goes up
and down. So they had a downsize. So, I had my cosmetology license, so I just decided to dive in to do that in the meantime. And then, of course, then Stewart came up, and I've worked for Stewart in the past. Back in 2006.
Where?
The one in Galleria, which I told you last time.
You did? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we're on a podcast now,
Yeah.
so we're going to say it again. And what did you do for the Galleria location?
I was a policy. I did the policy department, which was the kind of like the last of it from when the transaction happens. It's
I see.
the
Okay.
very end.
Okay.
So I was just doing. I didn't know much about real estate, and we were just talking about how you get a job and you're just doing what you're told to, and I didn't know what was really behind of what I was doing. And
Right.
of course, I end up leaving because I actually transitioned to Stewart Lender Services, which is Stewart but is separate. So I learned more on actually how everything works by doing HUDs and communicating with the
So
client.
you got a lot of knowledge about a lot of the back end
Yeah,
stuff.
so I started kind of asking questions, why do we do this, why do we do that, because I wanted to know more of what was I doing, just by I didn't know what was I doing, I was just doing, but I wanted to know more behind of it, and I actually started like learning a lot, being more knowledgeable, and I kind of actually enjoyed it,
Okay.
And
And
I
that's-
wanted to move up within the company too.
Which motivated you to come back when Stewart came looking for you.
Yeah, and I
Okay.
said, yeah, for sure.
So, Wendy, why don't you tell people about you? You have, like myself, you're a little bit unique in the sense that you'll actually, a lot of escrow officers feel like they don't have the time to help an agent understand the process, but you actually will tell agents,
Of course.
if you'd like to learn how to do this the right way, I'd be more than happy to sit down. Why don't you tell people about that?
Well, just like you said earlier, your brokerage gives you certain things, right? But getting your license doesn't necessarily mean that you understand the title side of it. So when I'm sending agents taxes, commitments, and closing disclosures, and they have no idea of what they're looking at, especially with brand new agents, when I get an agent that comes in my office and says, hey, this is my first deal, I want to sit down with them if they're willing to build that relationship. Let them trust into me that I am showing them something that they have no idea about, because no one's going to ask. You find out over the course of years of learning, I wouldn't say years, but 5-6 transactions, trial and error. So to have someone to sit down with you, show you how to make yourself more presentable to your clients, because at the end of the day, we're a team. You bring them in, we want to get them to the closing table, but we want to also make you look like the superstar that you are, because that is my job at the end of the day, is to make your clients have their transaction as seamless as possible from the first time they walk in to the moment that they leave, because there are so many different hands in the pot. There's the agents and the brokers and the lenders and the title companies and surveys and HOAs, just so many different things that these buyers that are first-time home buyers have no idea what's going on behind the scenes, but we make it happen, right? So for an agent to come in and be like, wow, I really appreciate you sitting down and offering the time, because like you said, we are busy, but for me to give 15, 20 minutes or, 30 minutes with somebody, for them to be able to say, hey, can you explain this to me, without feeling as if they're being rushed or...
Well, they appreciate it.
Right. And I love that, because as an escrow officer, you want to build relationships, and anybody can sell title insurance. And I've said it before, it's about building trust with your agent, knowing that you're going to be there, you're going to stay late, you're going to work that file and make it seem, even if there's 1,000 bumps in the road, no one would ever know, because you make it look
Right. People do business with people that they know, like, and trust.
right.
Unfortunately, there's almost a title company on every corner, so agents have choices. They don't have to use X or Y. They can whatever. So when you create that relationship with them and you provide them with value that they're not getting from our competitors, they remember that.
Of course.
Which is why I do what I do, and so you do what you do, and I think it goes a long way. When you flip the coin over, can you give the audience a little bit of idea of some of the things that agents might have expectations of that aren't necessarily accurate? Like, title companies not responsible for this, or, just ways to make the transaction smoother, things that they can do on their end.
I think that any realtor that knows or has been in the industry understands that there are steps to everything. So as long as the realtor is entrusting in me to stay in communication with them and give them updates and let them know exactly what's going on, it makes them, I want to be able to give updates to a realtor before they're asking me. So when they're laying in bed at night, because I know realtors' minds, you're doing 1,000 different things. So was that survey approved? Did they get their HOA ordered? With us giving like weekly updates and trying to keep them not having to worry because they already know means a lot to me, because I definitely take pride in customer service. I want agents to know that they're going to be a priority to me. I'm not going to miss a voicemail or an email. It might take me a little while if I'm busy to get back to you, but even if I'm there 8 o'clock at night, I'm going to call you if you called me that day, because you're not going to go unnoticed. It doesn't matter. I go above and beyond. And I think that
is the
my
key.
realtors and the relationships that I've created over these years, they appreciate and respect me because we are a team. You can't come in being an agent expecting unrealistic things from someone that they can't be provided. So when you talk to an agent and say, hey, I'm sorry, I know this is what you want, but sometimes the answer is no, and we just have no other choice. And I try to make those no's turn into a yes as much as I can.
Well, everybody, no matter what their experiences are, everybody has their own mindset of expectations, and if that's not entirely accurate, you have to be able to let them know that in a nice professional way.
Absolutely.
Adriana, why don't you tell everybody in the audience what you want them to know about you, as how you would approach servicing them as a real estate agent and a title company, but do it in Spanish.
So, mis servicios que yo ofrezco para mis clientes es estar atentivo con las transacciones, comunicación, si tienen cualquier pregunta, voy a estar pendiente. Si me llaman o correo electrónico, voy a hacer lo más posible para, responder, lo pronto posible en el mismo día. También, si va a haber cosas que van a pasar en las transacciones que, a veces va a haber así bumps, como pozos, así que tenemos que tratar de aclarar, pero aquí estoy para hacer los servicios para todas las transacciones que ustedes van a traer para nosotros, y yo voy a hacer lo posible para que todo salga bien finalmente para los clientes.
Awesome. I have no idea what she just said, but I know it was good.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I'm really excited to have Adriana on our team. I think that next year her and I are going to be out in front of all of you guys. We're going to be doing so much networking. And if there's anything that either one of us can ever do for you guys, please don't hesitate to reach out. You can reach me at 281-341-0404. And it's my pleasure to help you in any way that I can.
Adriana, give me your phone and email address.
My email address is adriana.alzate@stewart.com, and it's spelled ADRIANA.ALZ as in zebra, ATE @stewart.com, and my number is 281-340, right?
281-341-0404.
Sorry.
It's only her third week, so we will get her there.
So you can reach them both at the same phone number, but they have separate email addresses. Did you give me your email?
No, I did not. Wendy with the Y.Santana@stewart.com.
So from my perspective, as far as the business development officer or I call myself a marketing professional, if it's not already been, Richmond is going to be a focus for 2024 now that we have Adriana on staff, because the fact of the matter is 50% of the population of the city of Houston speaks Spanish, and I don't. So I get all the time. I know a lot of agents that either speak Spanish or deal with Hispanic clients, and they won't unreluctantly won't use us because we can't speak the language. Mm-hmm. Now we can. Yeah. All right. And just because Adriana is in the Richmond location does not mean that we can't close the deal anywhere in the city that you want it to be, whether it be at the Sugarland office, the Richmond office, or Dre over there sitting in the corner looking like he'd rather be somewhere else. He can do a mobile closing. We'll get it done anywhere in the city of Houston. Now you have your Spanish connection. Okay, guys? So look for Stewart Title Richmond big time in 2024. A lot of the events that I do, a lot of the classes I do, a lot of the networking things I do, you'll start seeing these two ladies at them now. One or the other or both. So keep your eyes and ears open. And again, you have a choice in title companies. in this market, to protect your business and grow your business, you have to partner with someone that is adding value to your business and feels that the growth of your business is affecting the growth of theirs. And that's definitely what you get from the three of us from Richmond. So give us a call. Give them the phone number one more time.
281-341-0404.
Okay, guys. So this has been Kevin's Corner, Real Estate from a Marketing Perspective, episode number 28. I want to thank DeRay. I'm not going to say his last name, but DeRay, the investor, the podcaster, and the real estate agent, as well.
Mobile notary.
Mobile notary. Sorry, I left that out.
No,
My
I
bad.
said mogul. No, legendary. He's amazing, and I'm blessed to have him. He's never told me no. He's always been there and dropped everything, so I really appreciate that. Building that relationship, 3 years now, it means a lot to me.
And he does have an interesting story, so we're going to bring him back early next year, and the entire podcast is going to be devoted to DeRay and his story, so you guys will be able to hear what's going on. So episode number 28, again, if you're a real estate agent or a real estate vendor that works in the real estate industry in the Fort Bend County area, and you're watching this and you say, hey, I want to be on the podcast, give me a call, 832-654-0527, or email me at kevin.davidson@stewart.com. Don't wait very long, because my calendar for this podcast fills up very quickly. Also, again, I have to mention that I couldn't do this podcast if it wasn't for Jennifer Smidas, Caitlin Kornick, Devin, Wendy Santana, go Wendy, Adriana, and the rest of the support staff for both of the offices. So episode number 28 will be available on my YouTube channel, Kevin's Corner, Real Estate from a Marketing Perspective, early next week. So you guys have fun. Hope you liked the episode. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.